home loan coaching friends. 702-670-0518 to get pre-approved for a home loan. Whether you're looking to purchase your dream home, second home, or refinance to pull cash out, the coach can do it all. And the coaching is free. Again, that number is 702-670-0518. Yeah. The home loan coaching friends.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm excited to be here with you this morning. Thank you for tuning in to the Home Loan Coaching Friends. I'm your host, Tim Haskins, the Home Loan Coach. And you can hear the show every morning, every Sunday morning at 7 a.m. right here on 91.5 KUNV. Today we have a great show for you today. I have a special guest with me today. I'm going to introduce her in a second. But I want to start off the show by talking about the state of the real estate market. I know that things have slowed down a lot. There's a lot of talk in the news about the rates. Everybody's talking about rates going up. But I'm here to tell you, don't be fearful. Don't be fearful of the rates. We had historically low rates due to the pandemic, and those were not realistic rates. If you took advantage of those rates at the time and purchased a house or refinance and you have rates in the 2s and 3s, congratulations, you took advantage. But those were not normal rates. We now have pre-pandemic rates in a normal market. We're headed towards a normal, healthy market. In the market before, there was no inventory. Rates were so low. People were paying tens of thousands of dollars over the listed price. And that's unhealthy. Why would you want to pay more for a house than what it's worth? So now we have a normalized market to where now you can, pay the right price for a house. Isn't that something that's great? Yay. Pay the right price for a house. So, I got a special guest here today, with me, and, I'm gonna introduce her, and she can speak more on this because she is a real estate professional. Maida, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So, Maida, I want to ask you a few questions. Okay. And, so that you can let our listeners know what you do and how great you are at it. How long have you been in the business?
12 plus years.
12 plus years.
Yes. So I started in a really, really bad market.
Oh, okay. You started, so you have the experience to navigate the tough markets as well as the, good markets.
Yes.
Okay. And, where, did you start it? Did you start in the Las Vegas market?
Las Vegas, foreclosures, short sales, all of the downside of the market.
Okay.
And it was great. It was great.
Well, that's when you got the property on sale on discount.
Yes. But you learn a lot. You help your clients a lot.
Okay. Great. Well, I've personally been working with Maida for a few years now. And, she's a great person. That's why I have her as a friend of the show. And, she's also, special in a couple of ways. One, because she can speak Spanish as well.
Yes. Hola, buenos días. ¿Cómo están?
Yeah. So if you have, friends or yourself that, feel more comfortable with Spanish speaking agent, Maida's here to assist you here in the, Las Vegas Valley. And my name is Tim Haskins. I'm the home loan coach. I'm branch manager of the Las Vegas branch for Legacy Home Loans. We're a nationwide direct lender. We can lend in 38 states across the country. So if you have friends and family outside of the Las Vegas area, we can help you as well. And I have a team to assist you, and we just had a new team member join us. And that person happens to be Maida's husband. So we have a new team member here, and I want to let everyone know why that's exciting, because guess what? Marcelo speaks Spanish as well. So now we have Now we can assist you. I have had Spanish speaking clients, and we get through it. We get through the transaction, but now I like to make the transaction as smooth as possible.
They really like it when they can be helped in, their own language, Spanish.
I can only imagine.
We have a lot of, our community is big.
Right.
And it's important.
Very important. I agree. 100% agree. That's why I'm excited to have Marcelo join our team. So if you're looking for no cost, no obligation consultation, you can dial this number for more information on the home buying process. It's 702-670-0518. Again, that's 702-670-0518. So today we have Maida Rittarelli with Realty One. Was it Realty One Group?
Realty One Group.
Yes. Okay.
Southwest office. We have 4 locations.
4 locations to serve you in the Las Vegas Valley. She's been doing this for 12 years, and she speaks Spanish. So she's a valuable friend of the show here that can help you navigate this home buying process. So, Maida, I want to ask you, why did you choose real estate as a profession?
Well, as anybody else, they were buying a house.
Mm-hmm.
The service I got, it wasn't what I expected. And I always was interested in homes and, going in and visiting and how does it look, what do you do, how, the process was interesting to me. And I didn't, like I said, I did not receive the service I wanted. And that's what I dive into this industry, to help people the way they deserve to be helped.
Awesome. That's very interesting. So you got into this business because you had a bad experience.
For my first home.
Wow. That sounds very familiar to my situation.
Really?
That's one of the reasons why I started in real estate and doing loans. When I bought my first home, it was a disaster.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I got inspired to buy a house in January. It was in January. I got connected with a real estate agent who connected me with a loan officer, and we went out and we found a home, and we got into contract in February. It's supposed to close in 30 days. My first house, I didn't know anything about the home buying process. And I put my money, I actually gave my money to the real estate agent, the real estate broker. Gave my money to the broker, and a month goes by, and I gave notice to the landlord that I had to move out, that I was moving out because I was buying a home. And great, no problem. Okay. So 30 days goes by, and I'm still not closed, still no home. And then 60 days go by, and he said, wait, okay, we can't keep having you, hold up the place. You said you were moving out. I got people that want to move in, you got to move. So I packed up the U-Haul truck. My wife at the time was 9 months pregnant, about to deliver. So we're sleeping on the floor. And I have no answers. I don't know what's going on. So I called a friend of mine, and a friend of mine had been through the process, and he says, contact the escrow company. They're a neutral third party, and ask what's going on. So I called escrow, and they said, Mr. Haskins, your loan is approved. We're just waiting for your money. And I hit the roof. Like, wait, hold on. I gave my money to the real estate agent. Was a broker at the time. And so I called her up, and I got a few choice 4-letter words and said, hey, I want my money back. I'm going to rent a place. And she says, no, don't do that. And mysteriously, my money showed up in escrow, and I closed on the home. So it was a horrible experience. So just like you, I don't want anybody to ever experience that. So customer service is number one. Number one is to me is customer service. And the 4 things I like to say that you get when you deal with me is communication. I communicate. Number 2, knowledge of the industry. I've been doing this almost 20 years. And number 3 would be customer service, as we just spoke about. You have to have a wonderful experience, or else you're not going to want to refer anybody and never come back. And then number 4 is communication. Notice I said that twice. If I was communicated with, or if you were communicated with through your experience, and I find that most people, the real estate agent, whether it's, or the home buyer, they just need communication.
Number 1.
Things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. You know, if something happens, you just need that proper communication to get you through it. And Maida, with her 12 years experience in the buying homes and listing homes, selling homes, helping people buy homes and listing homes if you need to sell a home, she can help navigate that process for you. And that's why we're excited to have her as a friend of the show here. So, Maida, I got another question for you. How do you prepare your clients to buy a home?
I guide them from step 1 to the end. I hold their hand from when they started searching for a home, when we get into a contract, where is the money going? And like you said, you shock me. We as a real estate professionals, we do not touch the client's funds.
Right.
That doesn't exist. So when you tell me your story, it was like a shock. But, you know, it surprised me a lot of times that people don't know what the process is to buying or selling a home. So I pride myself teaching my clients, educating them, and what the step is from the beginning to the end. So that way they know for sure what is next. What is this next step after we find in a home? First of all, we got to get approved. That's why I partnered up with you. Been working with you for a couple of years, and I love working with you. And my number 1 priority, no matter who I'm working with, is communication. If we cannot communicate between parties, because there's a lot of people involved on the transaction, things won't work smoothly or easy. And another thing that I teach my clients, listen to what we tell you when you're purchasing a home. We're not buying a pair of shoes that you can return in 30 days. It's your biggest investment. So if you are partnered up with professionals to guide you through it, just listen to us, because we know what we're doing and we want you to have the best experience ever. Less stressful, and just close on time and just follow steps. I guide them through steps. Sometimes they think they're going to ask you a silly question. It's not. Every question that they have is important for them and for us, because that way we know what they know and what they need or where they stand in. And that's what I do. I guide them through the process from A through Z.
Got it. That's great information. So, basically, what I'm hearing you say, Maida, is that you educate your clients on the home buying process. You have great communication with all parties involved, that being title, the lender is very important. So these are great, skills and that you want in your real estate agent, and you definitely want in your lender. So a lot of people, purchasing a home, it's a very, very emotional process. So they see this pretty home, and first thing they do is they contact the real estate agent. And what the real estate agent is going to do is say, are you pre-approved yet?
Or are you buying cash?
Are you buying cash? So really, the first step in the home buying process should be the lender, but nobody wants to talk about numbers and credit. That's not fun. They want to talk about the big pretty house and what neighborhood is going to be in. Does it have a swimming pool? But unfortunately, we have to do the hard stuff first. And she's going to refer you to someone. And over the, past few years, I'm happy to say that, I am one of the calls that she makes to get these people, pre-approved. And I say pre-approved because there's a difference between getting pre-approved and pre-qualified. So let's unpack that a little bit. So a pre-qualification means that a loan officer, like myself, Fortunately, I've, been doing this for 20 years and I've elevated to a branch manager level, but, I have, some newer loan officers on my team. So say, a newer loan officer looks at your situation and they run your credit. Oh yeah, credit score looks good. They look at the income, income looks good. And they say, okay, go out and buy a house. Well, wait, hold on a second. You need to have an experienced set of eyes look at that credit report. There's pitfalls in that credit report that can stop you from purchasing a home. Income, may look good on the paycheck stuff, but what about, we have to have a 2-year history. And what if there's a gap in employment? What if there's a judgment on credit? What if there's a lot of pitfalls there that you have to manipulate. So it's easy to get a pre-qualification. A pre-qualification says the loan officers looked at your credit, looked at your income, debt to income ratio, everything looks good. Here you go. Here's a letter, go shopping. And that could present a lot of problems. I like to do what we call the pre-approval process, where we get your information, just like a pre-qualification. We get all your information. It's analyzed. And if a team member has a question, they come to me, I look at it and I put my set of eyes on it. And we probably about 90% golden then if I look at it, but we're still not 100%. And how many people want to go out and purchase the biggest investment of your life, put thousands of dollars on the line, pay for an appraisal, pay for inspections, start packing up the room, kids picking out rooms. I mean, this is heartbreak. This is heartbreak, if this deal doesn't go through. So why not take a few extra days? Let's send it to the underwriter. For all of you who do not know what an underwriter is, the underwriter says yes or no to the loan. Why wouldn't you want that underwriter's approval before you start shopping for a home? So that's what we do. We send it to the underwriter. We get it pre-approved. So we check out your funds, make sure you have money to close, and we go out, and even with all that preparation, there still could be problems that come up. And that's why it matters who you work with. And that's why I will not have anyone as a friend of my show who I don't have confidence in that can navigate you through the process. So if you need help in that area, for more information, no cost, no obligation, you can contact this number to get more information at 702-670-0518. So, Maida, I want to, we may have already touched on some of it, but I want to know some of your strengths in real estate. Do you have anything else you can tell the people?
Yeah, negotiations. Great at negotiating deals, regardless if it's for the buyer or it's for the seller. I know my fields and I know the market, so I know when to ask for closing costs from sellers or to up, the purchase price. Like right now, we are kind of like in the middle of the transition of the real estate, and everybody knows what's going on. But my strengths are that. Negotiations, no matter if you're buying or selling. That's one of my biggest strengths. And of course, Spanish.
Oh, okay.
We have a huge Latino community, and I can help regardless if you don't speak Spanish or you do.
Awesome. That's definitely a big plus, to be able to speak to someone in their native language. Yes. That's a big plus.
And I do have one more.
Okay.
Which is my team.
Okay.
That's a strength that I have, and if you don't have a good team that you work with, it's kind of hopeless.
That's
you don't know
true.
where your clients are going to be at the end of the transaction, so you do need a strong team.
That's very true. So with my 20 years of experience, I want to expound on that a little bit. First thing you said was negotiations.
Yes.
That is big. That is big. I want to tell everyone out there, you ride around town, you see the builder signs, they want you to come in and they want you to purchase from them. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. Get your representation. Have your realtor take you in. If you don't know one, I have people that are friends of the show. We have Maida here right now, that can help you through that process. Then let's think about that. The agent that works, at the new home builder works for the builder.
Yep.
Okay. So if you're going to court to fight a criminal case, a ticket or whatever, would you want the person that's on the other side representing you? Or would you want somebody that's going to go in and represent you, that has your best interests at heart and not trying to be in between the buyer and the seller? Look, I represent the buyer. I represent you and you only. So my goal is to have you walk away from this house with the best deal possible that you can get. So you never walk into those pretty models. Don't walk into them without your representation, because you have to have your representation with you the first time you go. You need to do that. Also, if you're not buying a model, a new home, even in the resale market, you want somebody that's going to negotiate for you. That's going to negotiate for you to get you the best deal. So when I asked Maida what was her strengths in real estate, she said negotiations.
And I love that part. I love it.
Love it. Okay. That's what you want. You don't want somebody lazy, right?
No. And that's the thing. And what you said about the new homes, a lot of people don't know that when they walk in by themselves, they are not represented. And they need that. They don't know what the best incentives are, how to go around it, use or no use, their lenders or not. There's a lot of things to know about new homes. When you walk in there, you see a sign, oh, it's this much amount of money. It's not. So you need to know what tools to go into new homes to get the best deal for you.
Absolutely. So do not do it.
Nope.
I forbid you don't walk into that model without your representation. And if you need help, if you need more information on how to get proper representation, you can call 702-670-0518 and you can be assisted in getting that taken care of. So Maida, also, you said, another one of your strengths is your team. I really want to talk about that as well. That is a great point, because without my team, I would not be nearly as good as I am. You have to have a strong team. You have to have a strong team. So I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, because, the people need to know. When I'm being interviewed, to be a lender for, a group or a real estate agent, that is a question that they ask me. Do you have a team? Because they know the importance of that. So that's great that Maida brought that up. So if you need a strong negotiator, somebody to walk you through the process and teach you the home buying process, we have Maida here that can help you out. And, I encourage you to use her to help you through these processes. Maida, another question for you. Do you only work with buyers?
No, I work with sellers too.
Oh, okay.
With investors also.
So talk about that, when you work, how does it work when you work with sellers?
Well, when I work with sellers, I prepare them first, when they call me for initial consultation, I check the house first.
Mm-hmm.
I check the neighborhood, I check the market on the area, and once I have all my material together, I'll go to the house. I make an appointment and I sit with them and I walk them through the whole process, from staging the house or not staging the house. Sometimes they don't want to do any changes, but we have steps and how to market the property correctly in order to get more views and more showings to the home. And main thing is market and price the home accordingly to the market, not because they want to make extra amount of money. Is not always the case that they're going to get it. So I prepare them from the minute they'll receive an offer, the minute that they get viewings, what to expect. And a lot of times, people just looking, they're not buying. They just seeing what's going on in the market right now. It's not like a couple months ago that You can put a house on the market, whatever price, and you will get it. It changed drastically. So we have to be ready to prepare them for that too. Sellers don't want to hear that that's not the price of the house. They want to sell it. So we have to have good knowledge so they can understand what's going on in the market. And it's up to them getting or advice or not. But that's what we're there for, to tell them the truth, they like it or not.
Wow. So what I'm hearing from you is not only are you an expert in navigating a person through the home buying process, you can also navigate someone who's looking to sell their home through the selling process. And it's not just as simple as sticking a sign in the yard. No. There's some work that goes into that. There's some skills that you use your 12 years of experience to help them sell their home and to navigate the pitfalls that could come in selling a home. That's great. That's great.
There's a lot of changes, so they have to be able to understand the process. And once they have that picture clear, so then it's not objections when we get now buyers that are requesting more than what they did not ask before. So that's one of the change of the market.
Great.
Now it's kind of like a buyer's market.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's both, but that's what we hate in right now. So they have to understand that. Sellers, it's a change of mind for the sellers.
Right.
So we have to educate them as well.
Great. Sounds like you are very experienced in helping buyers buy homes, helping sellers sell homes. So if anybody out there needs more information that needs help with purchasing a brand new home or selling a home that they have or any other information on the home buying process, Maida, give them a number where they can contact for more information.
Okay. My number is 702-806-8084, and you can reach me at that number anytime.
Okay.
702-806-8084.
Great. Hopefully you guys got that. You can always get more information from the Home Loan Coach and Friends at 702-670-0518. On anyone that appears on the show, you can call and we can help you out with more information. So our time is about up, but I want you to talk about a few homes that you have access to, that you can give people private tours through to look at. You'd have to get more information later on price and things, but tell them where these homes are in the valley, what the square footage is, beds, baths.
Okay, we have a few homes listed right now under my belt, which is southwest area. 1,500 square foot, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2-car garage, beautiful southwest home. We have another one, I would say, 3,000 square foot, 5 bedrooms with a pool, beautiful as well, southwest, more towards Summerlin area. Mm-hmm. And we have another home, 1,400 square foot, completely, remodel, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2-car garage. Just if you need a private viewing, more information, you can reach me always 702-806-8084. Phone calls are the best. I love talking to people, but if your thing is texting, just text me. Communication is key, so call me anytime. I have always information, and we do have more homes in the valley. Now we have more inventory.
Awesome. Thank you. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Home Loan Coach and Friends. I'm your host, Tim Haskins, the Home Loan Coach. I am the branch manager of Legacy Home Loans here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I want to thank you, Maida, for coming on the show and sharing your expertise with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
You guys enjoy the rest of your morning. Thank you.
You're listening to